So frustrating. Un momento, por favor. Change the grill there. No one will join us, but it's fine. All right, so I had just about every tech problem you could possibly have. Now I'm watching the recorded stuff because I missed what happened. The day one ended, so anyway, yeah, so I have a Windows server in my house, and my domain controller failed. My internet went out. Got the internet back working again. Had to remove my computer from the domain controller, and all of that caused OBS to crash again. Had to reboot. So, yay! Fantastic stuff. So I got a bunch of tech support to do. Yeah. So I'll do that after I finish watching the Manhood Stones, and I'll have to do a recap video. I like to do those anyway, so I'll pre-record that, letting everybody know who didn't stay with us all day what happened, and then I'll still be going live as planned tomorrow. So uh, to those of you who have trickled back in here, I apologize. I'll stay with you until I am done with the review. Austin Andrade looked like he failed to get anything. Trey Mitchell is looking like he's in trouble as well. He tried to go out there and start real heavy, and it's not working in his favor. So, there we go. Come on, Trey. He's got it. He's got it back.
So he does 500, he does 550. It looks like he's going to stay for another 550, which is a strategically, Terry, a smart move, because if he does this, he goes into first place. Big points for this guy.
Only got 12 seconds. Better move. So Trey is going to get one rep of 550.
I think we've got a couple of guys that are capable of doing that 600. Yeah. The question is, are they capable of doing it now?
Oh, anyway. Don't say stuff like that. I mean, you need to give spoiler alerts if you're going to say something like that, man.
He's credited with a 500 and another one at 5.
You can't say you just watched it while I'm watching it. Like, I'm literally watching it right now, and they tell me that Tom zeroed. I mean, that.
If you come out 3 times, the 550 one time, I'm getting the nod.
I would not have turned the stream back on and turned the chat on if I knew you guys were going to tell me what was happening. I did it so we could talk about it. Hence the case of a watch-along review, not a, yo, here's what you missed.
It does make me question why he's not going up. He's,
yeah.
You know, it must just be that he knows what he's capable of at this stage of the competition.
Unless you see something that happens, one, you just got to look at 450, two at 450, he just moved on 1 point.
Yeah, that's how it goes. You know, if I learned to be a little bit of a push, double, triple this.
Yep.
Well, and we have still got another 4 events tomorrow. So, yeah. So,
Boom.
It's a smart thing to do. To not literally leave it all out there. It's starting with a very difficult one tomorrow with the 800-pound squat.
Ooh, yes. It's going to be good times that no one ever.
Yeah.
Pain. Evans then looking at the third rep. Still got 30 seconds to go.
Oh, Thomas Evans. I got to kind of ignore the chat now before someone tells me else what happened. So I'm just going to kind of watch it, keep it up here.
Time. Get a clock out there. If he turns his back, it starts to walk. Not enough time to re-wrap. repetition.
Ooh. That yawn is a sign that this guy's tired.
Kind of with Jerry though, I would have liked to see him maybe go up to 500 just to see what.
Yeah. I mean, he certainly looked capable.
Yeah.
I mean, even his final rep wasn't on the limit. That's something to do.
So anyone else that does one rep of 450, he's got them beat because he did 3. Now,
All right.
turn our attention to the big man, Scotland.
All we're waiting for. This could be the moment. Let's see where he starts up. Is he going straight to the end?
Passing 450, he's passing 5. He's passing 550. He's going right for the 600.
Tom is going right for the 600. I'd be excited to watch this, but now I'm not.
I mean, in my opinion, right now, currently, Tom is the best underdog in the world. So I think at this point, if anyone's going to do it, Tom's the man to deliver. I know he's capable of lifting this kind of weight. It's just how much the previous events have sort of taken out of it. That's the question.
He was very excited when they told him about Manhood stones and they told him about the weight. And he said, I'm going for that 600. And somewhere, big brother Luke's at home watching, cheering him on from afar. And here we go. 30-year-old Tom Stoltman from Scotland.
There we go, Tom.
600 pounds.
Let's see it. Come on. If he gets this, he's got loads of time. He's got the full 90 seconds to get it. And there's a good chance that wins him the event. He is the king of the songs. I think of all the years I've competed in strongman, the only person that could sort of lay claim to even being in the same sort of ballpark as Tom is obviously Big Brian himself.
Yeah. And if you're familiar with strongman, but you're thinking, wait, where are the Atlas stones? This is a little bit different. Atlas stones, Terry, correct me if I'm wrong, and Jerry, that was more about speed, how quickly you could get it. The weights were still heavy, but not like this kind of heavy.
No, they're a bit heavy.
He has given up on a 600. Now he's going to chase the 550.
Even for me, like
I had a technology problem, and then a second technology problem, and then a third technology problem.
I would have bet everything in the bank. Yeah, and at least that's what I would do. It's really a shock. Got the string. Again, it does look a little bit like it's a bit of a tackle issue.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of issues with tackle looks like. I mean, down, good position, but he's like he couldn't get a bite on either one. I think maybe that's where Trey was smart. He come out and he put a lot of tackle on the stone. Maybe that was the smart thing to do. I think they're brand new stones, and maybe they're just a little slick. Yeah.
All right, so how many are left?
Do your prep before you even go there.
So Tom's failure just happened from my eyes.
This man in the southern hemisphere, he's passing 450, he's passing 5, he's going right to 550.
Giant. Yeah, I really want to see someone lift to 600.
I do too. You wonder though, is he prepping this stone for later? That's what I thought he might do. So, or is he going to stay here? So I thought maybe he's going to prep this stone and then drop back one, get it. So this one he doesn't have to waste any time getting a tachyon. But no, he's going to go 550. Boy, the realization of how heavy that stone is, guys. I've never been in this position, but you bend down and you start to lift and nothing's moving.
I mean, let's look at the reality of it. The 250 kilo deadlift is quite a strong thing. You don't see that many people in gyms across the world doing 250 kilo deadlifts. Obviously, they're lifting this in a big round ball. It's unbelievable.
He's going to back it down still with a minute to go. He'll go back down to 500 pounds. This is going to be huge if he can get on the board with something.
Yeah, as I'm watching this, this goes back. I mean, I know you guys have already seen it, or most of you have already seen it. Uh, but as I'm watching it live, not live, and watching everybody fail, 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 not all that surprised. Um, I said before the event started, some of these events are going to go down this way just because those guys were talking too much. And again, I like the heavy, heavy, heavy events. But this does kind of go back to the same talking point that I said earlier. There's no right or wrong opinion, but it does make me wonder like, yeah, we complain about competitions not being heavy enough. Can there be a reverse of that? Can we have competitions that are just too heavy? Not just because, hey, the fans or you can't do it. And so it's like, well, if you can't lift it, don't whine. We're here to separate the men from the boys, so to speak. But at the same time, it is a spectator sport, and we're trying to make it a spectator sport. We're very niche, trying to grow a following. I'm not really sure that most fans in the stand are gonna be that excited when stuff isn't happening, when they're just watching people sit around and fail all the time. I can enjoy it still because I love this stuff with every fiber in my being, no matter what. But am I your average fan? No. Am I the person that they're probably trying to attract interest from? No. They're trying to pull in the casuals because that's where the money is. And I'm not sure the casual fans want to just sit around and watch people fail a bunch of heavy stuff all day.
I think Jerry made a good point a little while ago. I mean, let's not forget these guys have had 3 grueling events. This is the 4th event in less than 4 hours, and what do you have left?
That is the question. I mean, there's going to be some sore bodies tomorrow, that's for sure. Maybe they'll all be looking for an ice bath to jump in straight after this outdoor. Yeah, luckily there's a good rehab pool backstage for them.
Ice baths available to them. They've got massage therapists.
And at this point, it looks like picking up a basket of flowers, like you're a flower girl in the Manhood Stones, would be enough to get you 8 or 9 points.
And you just cannot get. So you start thinking about the guys that got 1, maybe 2 reps at 450. They're looking pretty good right now.
Yeah, looking like good points right now.
Yeah.
They're taking out some of the guys that are literally the best in the world on this festival.
They got Trey Mitchell, who was the 4th place overall coming into this event. He's going to benefit greatly.
Yeah, look great for a trade in a great spot.
Well, even though I'm not watching it live, and you guys already know what happened, and I already saw the big drama thing. My pre-event said, in a perfect world for Mitchell Hooper, if you're a Mitchell Hooper, what you want to see is you want to see guys go out there and try to pick up stones that are too heavy, and you just want to basically leech off that. You don't want to try to get the heaviest stone. You don't want to try to have to win the event by getting heavy. You just want to hope that people try it and fail, get zeros, and then you just go out there and pick up the little stone a couple times. Um, said that would be the perfect scenario for him. That's what you want to have happen. Still a few guys to go, but it looks like best case scenario for Mitchell Hooper happened. Unless he goes out there and does something stupid and tries to go real heavy too just for the hell of it. But he's never known for being dumb or being Mr. Bruteness. He's Mr. Methodical, strategic. So I can't imagine he did that, but who knows? I could be surprised. Don't put it in the chat what happened, please. I want to watch it. Don't ruin it for me. Tomorrow starts the same time that today did.
That stone was like stuck to the mat.
That does actually start to happen when there's a lot of tackling sometimes. It makes that pick up off the floor much, much harder.
Even any resistance, I gotta think is.
Well, when it's that heavy, you don't want anything extra slowing it down.
I think here's the question: do you go back to 450 and get another rep in? Because 2 is better than 1.
I probably would at this point. It's not got a lot of time there. He probably hasn't got enough time to get that, even if he started the lift now. He's out of time.
5. No. So 1 rep for Evan Singleton.
Boom, 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 boom.
Did rep pretty quick. So that's, again, time. Rep 450 is fastest.
Thing is with Mitch, I don't often think of him as being like an incredible stone lifter, but he's one of those guys where he can just, when he's on, he can deliver on anything and literally be one of the absolute very best in the world on any event that's thrown in. So it'd be interesting to see what happens here.
Here comes Mitchell Hooper. Looks like he's going out to the lightest stone. Pretty smart. Pretty smart.
It'll be Mitchell and Thor Bjornsson. Thor Bjornsson will have.
Looks like 2 reps of the lightest stone is pretty heavy. Oh, hold on.
Really smart strategic move, Jerry. He's gonna. I'm sure he's capable of 500, but you know what? He's gonna get a rep in. He's gonna make sure he gets the point.
I guarantee before he walked out there, Hooper knew exactly what he needed to do to come in on top amount of points.
So he gets 1 at 450, and now he's going bypassing 500 and going to 550. Wow.
Bet against it. Even if I thought he crashed,
And he gets the 550. So he took a point, and then he went for the 550 because, I mean, that makes him a man there. You don't need a 600. 550 makes you the man at the Manhood Stones right now. So, we talk about how methodical he is. We talk about how clever he is. We talk about he's a tactician. We talk about all those things. We talk about how good he is in speed, endurance, athleticism. Sometimes I don't think we give him the credit that he deserves actually for being as strong as he is. He's not just strategy and tactics and everything else. He's also hella powerful. And he deserves credit. He's gonna. Oh God! Don't hurt yourself, Mitch. I started to think that he was going to fall underneath that 550 stone. He was bent in half. So he gets 1 rep at 550. Couldn't get a second rep. That was kind of scary, the position that he was in. Man.
I honestly, I said this. If you turn around and said, I think I can fly, I honestly, I wouldn't question it. He's just unbelievable. Such an amazing athlete. With weight sitting on your lap, he's a very special athlete.
Yeah, I was trying to get the high grip there just to clear the lip of that standard. I mean, he was 2 inches away from popping that, getting it on top.
Watching the replay again, man. Yeah, he almost got it, but he almost got really screwed up too. We've seen strongmen in the past fall over with that stone on them and crush their sternums and stuff like that. Blow knees out. Mitchell is very, very good at leaning back, got that back bend, and has straight. But I mean, there's no way that can be good on your back. It's got to cost you. I was gonna say in later years, but it's got to cost you now. It did not look like a comfortable position to be in. So Thor goes last.
What he needs to do
For sure.
to get the win.
I'm sure he would know exactly sort of what the right thing is to be.
He looks like he's going to do what Mitchell did: take the light one to make sure he gets some points, then probably shoot up to 550. I can't imagine he's going to go for the 600. So no one's going to do the 600. All the talk about several guys giving it a go, several guys doing it. Yeah, he's not going to 6. I didn't think so. So if he gets 2 reps of 550, he wins the event and he beats Mitchell Hooper. So he'll probably do that.
Doing that one rep next time.
There's 1 rep of 550.
He just had to stand erect and he's clearing the distance.
We're talking about his height. It's definitely a factor. So much easier for these guys like Brian Shaw, Tom Stoltman, Half Thor. They have big levers to wrap around, which is wonderful. And then when they stand up and it's at their waist, it's already above the heights that they need. These other guys, they have to roll up the chest and still get it up there.
Unbelievable.
He's got it.
And there's the event win for him with 2 of the 550. So we don't get to see anyone do the 600.
But has a couple of years off.
And so I want to see the guys go for the 6. I want to see someone do it. But that's the thing. I mean, I think when you have these super heavy events too, I think what happens is we send a subliminal message that this stuff is easier than people think it is or that people know it is. Those of us who lift really heavy, we understand how hard this stuff is, how difficult it is. And when you make these events like that, people expect to see people do it. We had people all in the chat all day talking about this many people are going to accomplish this many people are going to do this many. And I'm just kind of thinking as they're saying, it's a lot harder than you think. That's a much bigger number. That's much heavier. When you make the goal there, you're essentially saying this is what's going to happen. And then I feel like the opposite of that is when you set that as the expectation, and if you're a first-time viewer, if this is your first time tuning in to Strongman, or you've only seen an event or two, and you tune into these things, and you get told you're going to see all these amazing things and these figures that are crazy, and you get psyched up for it, and then you watch people fail, I feel like it's probably a letdown. It probably leaves you going, well, that was kind of boring or a waste of my time or whatever. I hope I'm wrong. I hope all these people are excited for it and they can't wait for day 2 and they can't wait to come back the next year or go to the next event, or if they're turning into the stream or paying. I hope they love it like I do. But if I'm honest with you guys, I'm kind of skeptical of that. I have a feeling that it probably leaves a negative taste in their mouth. But I guess I'll go ahead and get the Strongman archives up there in the thing. I'll refresh that real quick. We gotta change that over here. Hold on. There we go. There we go. Okay. So I now sort this real quick. Not a lot to talk about in the manhood stones because half the field didn't get anything. So Half Thor wins it with 16 points, giving him 16. Austin Andrade will take second at 15 points. also 1 rep of the 249. Mitchell Hooper, 14 there. Trey Mitchell, 13 points because he gets 1 rep of the same. Lucas Hatton, 12 points by picking up the 227. Then it was only the Lightstone after that. Thomas Evans decided to pick up some good points by just repping out the low thing. 3 reps gets him 11. He actually would have gotten the same 11 points if he only did it twice. And Evan Singleton and Tristan Hoth pick it up 1 time apiece. I guess so does Ivars. And then Tom Stoltman, no points. Did we really expect to be seeing a stone event, Tom Stoltman, 0 points? Traditional Atlas stones or otherwise, did we really think we would be saying Tom Stoltman zeroed a stone event? Now, I'm pretty good at predicting, and a lot of my predictions have come true today. That was not on the prediction list. In fact, I predicted a win for him here, like most people did. That's the safe money. That doesn't make you like, oh, I picked Tom to win the stone event. That doesn't make you sound like you really know the sport. It just makes you sound like that you don't not know the sport. It's just expected. And if he's not going to win it, then you go, okay, worst case second to half Thor is they battle it out in the 600. Huh? 600 never came into the play there. So Tom Stoltman, yes, repeating myself ad nauseum now, a 0-point stone effort for Tom Stoltman. And that matches Bobby Thompson, Matt Ragg, Wesley Derwinski, Pavel Kordiaka, and Maxime Boudreau. Alexei didn't attempt it, and it doesn't say that he's withdrew from the competition yet. Strangely, it looks like if he didn't withdraw and he still competes tomorrow, that looks like it was the smart thing to do. He got the same number of points that Maxine, Pavlo, Wesley Derwinski, Matt Ragg, Bobby Thompson, and Tom Stoltman did, and didn't compete. Now think about this, guys. Alexei Novikov, who didn't even attempt it, got the same number, got the same score in the Manhood Stones that Tom Stoltman did. Imagine me saying it before the event took place. Imagine if I said, you know what, guys? I think Alexei Novikov and Tom Stoltman are going to tie in the stones and get the same number of points. You would have laughed at me, right? You would have mocked me, right? You would have never tuned into another one of my streams again because you'd have been like, you're a moron. But Alexei Novikov got the same amount of points in the stones as Tom Stoltman. And he did it more efficiently. He got his 0 way more efficient than Tom did. Because Tom worked for his 0 points, and Alexei took the event off. So if he hasn't withdrawn from the competition, he probably has. But if he hasn't, kind of looks like the smartest guy there. Anyway, so that's where they finished. Now if we look at the total point standings, do a quick review of this. I'll make another one of these in a moment, so I'm not going to put the screenshot on here because I'm going to make a video recapping the day. But your overall leader right now is Mitchell Hooper with 59 points. Half Thor crawls closer to him with that victory there, putting him at second with 56. Austin Andrade climbs up into the podium with 46.5 points as Tom Stoltman falls back with that 0-point effort. Trey Mitchell, 1.5 off the podium at 45. Evan Singleton has earned himself a spot into the top 5 after looking finished, and I said he probably wouldn't make the top half of the field. As of right now, he's making me look dumb with tomorrow to go. 41 points. Thomas Evans, 40 points. Tom Stoltman, 33.5 points. Only a half a point in front of Lucas Hatton. That's your top half of the field. Everybody that comes after, your bottom half. So your best of the worst, Bobby Thompson, 29.5. Matt Ragg, 27. Wesley Derwinski, 24. Ivars, 23. Tristan Hoth, 19. Pavlo Kordiaka, 16. Maxime Boudreau, 12. Alexei Novikov, 11.5 points. And that's where we stand after day 1 of action. So I'll do another recap video shortly. I'll get that uploaded for you guys, and I'll see most of you tomorrow, at least I hope. Before I shut this thing off, let me check the comments and chat, see if there's anything that you guys want to wax poetic about real quick. Let's see here. Boom, 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 boom. Mm-hmm. I'm really smart, but not very tactical. Uh, da, 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 da. Just catching up on the chat here. Nobody lifted a 272 kilogram stone. Nobody. How did the points work for Stone Smith Trey? Oh, I think it goes by. Could be either two things, one of two things. I'll have to check. I thought I knew before. I've said some things wrong today. I don't want to do that. I'm usually pretty all over this and don't give you guys wrong information. So I don't want to do that now. But they could have went. They could have went either system. If you get the same number of reps, it could be for times. Who got the reps in the fastest time? It could also be like, okay, yes, you got one rep of that, and even though one rep of the heavier stone beats the lighter stone, if you got some lighter reps, you get credit for those. Okay, you did one of 500 and one of 450. You only did one of 500. I don't really know. I suspect it's time. I suspect if they each got one rep, two reps, three reps of the same weight, it's whoever did it the fastest. That's usually what they do. What was my reaction to seeing Tom miss? Well, I'd like to tell you, unfortunately, I came back after my technical issue, and the first thing I see in the chat was, hey, Tom got zero on the stones. So my reaction to Tom getting zero on the stones was, why did you tell me that? That was my reaction to Tom getting zero on the stones. I wished I could have had a live reaction. I wished I could have watched it and been like, I wished I could have let you guys see my reaction to it, but when I got on there and I saw it, I was like, why? Why did you tell me? So so anyway, kind of funny. Um, so hopefully you guys will see me tomorrow. Usually, for those of you who have done this with me in the past, you know that I usually sneak out for these events on Sundays and go to church and kind of talk to you guys in the chat while I'm at church, then come back and continue in front of the camera. I don't have to do that tomorrow. With their start time at 1 Mountain Time, it's later here, so by the time they get going, I'm already home from church. So I get to start at our normal time. I don't have to leave. I get to sit here the entire time with you guys and enjoy a full afternoon of strongman while we wait to find out who the strongest man on earth is. Should be fun. I am looking forward to it. I hope you guys are as well. Um, and yeah, I guess I'll bid you guys adieu unless you want to stick anything in the chat real quick. I believe it is Sunday tomorrow. I believe so. Yeah, I was going to say, for some of you, that may not be the case. If nothing else, I bid y'all adieu. Stop in later and check the video, the day one recap. Even though you already enjoyed the event with me, you won't need the recap, but watch it anyway because it helps with that whole algorithm thing that people talk about. And maybe some point I'll start posting more content. Maybe some point I'll monetize this. I probably never will. This will probably never benefit me in any way other than it's a fun hobby for me. But who knows? Come back and check the video out later because I will post it. And if not, I'll see y'all tomorrow. So, peace out. Stay safe.